This is the Emergency Communications Training for EMC. Equipment, communications modes, and the national. Okay, before we get started, traffic or announcements. If so, call WB4 EMC or Net Control. Okay, have logged on. And also the Hotel Echo Echo. Please recognize November 0, Mike Romeo Zulu Scott, the Aries EC, in the net, out. And what we're going to be to the unified command system. One question is for incidents that cross jurisdictional boundaries or exceed individual agency responsibility. What we're talking about now here is an incident or an event that is just not going to be just in your hometown only. Agencies, possibly in this incident and the Unified Command System. Okay, the Unified Command System, the definitions and strategies is WB. Okay, the Unified Command System is responsibility to manage an incident together by establishing a common set of incident objectives and strategies. It also allows establishing a single command. It maintains a unity of command. Each employee reports to only one more to the unified command. The next type of, and I suppose a lot of y'all probably North Carolina. Let's say, for instance, if we have a hurricane, let me just use that in Carolina had a hurricane through Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and exit out affected. So that's a good example where an area command system will come into play. They use an area command a whole lot. Next state or maybe two more area command will be involved. And again, we will go over that later, and there's a lot more to an area command than what unified command you might say for EMC. Promised inputs and to the deployed in a unified command, and probably some have been deployed in an area command. So we like to hear everyone's experience. Okay, up on the list here for comments is KB4 GKI. Jimmy up in Wilkes County. Good evening, Jimmy, and welcome to.
If everybody's on the same page, it works great. And possibly we don't have big incidents around in this area. It's not because, it's just because it's not happening. But at least we'll be ready for it. Hope it don't happen. Before GKI.
No, I was involved in 12 Democratic convention here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and that was a unified committee because we have a whole lot of agencies, and it did cover the jurisdiction basically and involved the whole state. Had mercy session on what. But it was very, very well organized, and like you stated, if the unified command is well organized, so learned a lot. See the VE3F. Good evening, Thomas, and welcome to the net and your comments. Over. Okay, VE3FKE radio here.
Good evening, everybody. This is Billy, KD9er JDD. Yeah, I figure this would probably work about the same way as the mutual aid did on the fire departments that I was on. Major fires or, tornadoes. Okay, and this is Billy, KD9er JDD monitoring.
KD9er JDD, this is B4EMC. Well, Billy, no snow down in Waxhaw. We just had all rain, but we did have snowflakes, sleet, and rain. In other words, we just had a bunch of mess. I know Jimmy up there in Wilkes County, he had a pretty good snowfall. A lot of my other friends really got clobbered. So anybody's a snow buff down here, I'm disappointed, but those who didn't want to see snow probably lucked out. I would have loved to seen the ground a little bit covered, to be honest with you. But December, we still got January and February, and sometime March can be sort of crazy too. So anyway, good to have you on the net. Okay, let's go on to the next station here. We have KC Kilo Foxtrot, Ralph. Good evening, Ralph, and your comments for the net. Over.
Yeah, good evening, Jerry, and everybody on the net there. I'm in Indiana also. My mom lives on the other side of Wilkes County from Jimmy. She lives off between Wilkes and Boone,